Man, oh man, I know I've been rubbing people the wrong way ever since, even before the premiere last week, when it came to me saying that despite how popular of a character Fatima is, despite how beloved Zatima as a whole is by, the Sistas community, I do not like it. When characters just get like a free pass, when they do wrong. I mean, I even go back to the haves and have not days where people, would drag me, if you will, in the comments when it came to me talking bad about Veronica, talking bad about Candace. It's just the fact that I don't care how much I love a character. When they do wrong, I want to call them out for it. And when it comes to Fatima, yeah, everything she did wrong. I had the unpopular opinion. Hayden had every right to press charges and have Fatima arrested. Hashtag justice for Hayden. Power Blackfist. And, yeah, the comments on it were pretty unanimously, Jeremy, you're wrong. Hayden, kept saying he wasn't going to quit messing with, Fatima and Zach. Fatima warned him multiple times. Yeah, but I think for me, and I said this before, I don't know what bothers me more. The fact that Fatima did everything she did from the moment she started wailing on his car to, tossing his father's urn, or the fact that Fatima did that without enough evidence. Sure, all the signs, quote unquote, pointed to Hayden based on the little she knew. All Fatima knew was that Zach was arrested, and it didn't happen long after Hayden was in the parking lot with Fatima saying that we're not even, I'm just getting started. Meaning that something happened to Zach, that MF or Hayden has something to do with it. And it just seems so, I don't know, I just didn't like it. I didn't like Fatima being written that way. If there was more proof or something along those lines, then yeah, I'd still say what she did was kind of a little messed up. But at the same time, there's more. I could actually see things more from her perspective. Again, I can see why she did what she did, but I don't like how it was written to have her act out of character, because more often than not, whenever Hayden does something, Fatima analyzes everything that's going on. Now, you could also argue that maybe Karen had a role to play in this, and no, I'm not talking about Zach getting arrested, but it's the fact that Fatima is distraught over Zach being arrested. She tells Karen about Zach not being there, and she just had another heart-to-heart with Karen in the hopes of kind of getting through to her about, her and Zach no longer being a thing. But then Karen started to turn on bitch mode, and just Fatima's like, I ain't got time for this. So then she calls Hayden, threatens him, comes over and does what she does. But for those saying, I don't know, for those saying that, well, hey, all those times that Hayden did stuff to Zach, Hayden did stuff to Fatima, and ain't nobody do anything. That's not Hayden's fault. Hear me out. It is not Hayden's fault that no one acted in those times. When there was, things that could have gotten him fired from work, gotten him arrested for this or that, no one did anything. Fatima, Andy, whoever else, they decided to take things into their own hands instead of giving it to the proper people of authority, whether it be turning. Didn't Andy say, you know what? I sent an email with the evidence showing that, you tap phone lines, Hayden, and you should be hearing from corporate any day now, and you could be terminated. Or, Fatima turning Hayden over to the police or whatever for getting Zach arrested, but she's like, no, I want to give you until like the end of the day to get Zach out of jail immediately, or I'm going to do this and that. They could have easily taken things to another level, but they decided not to. They decided to handle it themselves. So in that effect, I don't think it was a quote unquote punk move for Hayden to call the authorities, because what Fatima did was effed up. And I mean, like I said, even if it was a situation where Hayden was guilty and Fatima did what she did, yeah, he could call the authorities, because like he said, I want to show you the legal system. Welcome to my world. He decided, you know what, this underhanded stuff ain't working. But even so, you know, he's using his resources and intelligence. So I think the thing that hurts me the most is the fact that Hayden was shown to be able to outdo Fatima. But the thing about it is, Fatima is intelligent. It's just the fact that Tyler wanted her to act out of emotion, which isn't really her. Yes, she said she was crazy, but to be that stupid, it just doesn't make sense to me. So I've seen a number of posts, you know, is frightening, but as expected. You know what? Tyler can do what he wants. He can write Zach to do this, Fatima to do that. I'm always going to be on their side no matter what. I'm not a fan of blind allegiance. I'm not telling fans who to like and who not to like, but there has to be a fine line, because I feel like it makes for better discussion when maybe we disagree about how a character handled a particular scenario. But if you're just going to say it doesn't matter what they do, I'm still going to love them, that's kind of boring to me, because it feels like you can't really see any growth in the characters. Like, if it gets to the point where Fatima just decides to take a baseball bat and wail on anybody's property who she feels has wronged her or Zach in any way, it gets old. What you're doing is you're turning Fatima into another Veronica Harrington. And to be honest, I don't want that. Because of the fact that I got to the point where I got sick of Veronica's antics, because it's like Veronica wasn't a character, she was a caricature, and that she only lived to be the wild card of the show because fans wanted to see what this heifer would do next, you know, in regards to killing people, setting things on fire, doing this, doing that. And Veronica, the character, got lost in the shuffle. And I feel like Fatima is losing a lot of her endearing qualities if she continues down this path of being more about the theatrics and being, you know, unpredictable, compared to being a level-headed, caring, but fierce character. Just my opinion. But here's the thing, though. Guess what? They're getting a spinoff. They are the fan favorite. They are the main draw of Sistas. So, I'm just one person. I know I'm in the minority here in terms of how Fatima has been represented as of recent in terms of Sistas. And if the show is a hit, if their spinoff is a hit, and based on like character descriptions for Sistas Season 5 and the Zatima series as a whole, it doesn't seem like Fatima's going to quit her antics anytime soon. So to me, it is a bit disappointing, but you know, the numbers don't lie. People love this kind of stuff, but I do feel like when it comes to picking a side in the Hayden versus Fatima situation, it's almost in the same category of people who love what Will Smith did when he slapped Chris Rock because he was defending black women, versus Will Smith just assaulted Chris Rock of just telling a joke. Where's the justice? In the same way that Hayden in this scenario didn't do anything wrong. He wasn't responsible for Zach getting arrested, yet Fatima came and tore up his car and his apartment and his father's urn. Shouldn't he deserve to press charges? Shouldn't he, you know, be able to do so without, you know, scrutiny? I don't know. It just, I'm not trying to be soft about it or saying like, you know, it's wrong that people feel this way. No, I mean, people can feel how they feel, but I just feel like it's a dangerous game to play where you just let a character do what they do just because. Now you could argue, what about Madea? She does this kind of stuff all the time. Well, that's been Madea's whole character, you know, like she's been known like for that since like day one. Fatima, not so much. I just feel like the more we go further into the series, the more Fatima isn't the same person we got to know at the beginning, which is normal to see characters grow and change. And to be fair, we could just be seeing the true Fatima, but I just don't want her to do this reckless stuff. And based on the night, I think that's when we're going to see Zach beat on Hayden. So here we go, of him being, you know, hot-headed as well. So these two are a match made in Tyler Perry literature heaven, but we'll just have to wait and see. So again, I don't hate Fatima. Don't think that at all. It's not like, oh, Jeremy, you used to love Fatima and all, now you hate. I don't hate her. I just hate how this situation was handled. But that's just me. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. hit subscribe, and maybe I'll title this video like, "Can Fatima Do No Wrong?" That sounds pretty catchy. So, thanks so much. I'll catch you in the next video.